hold on. I was wondering why something was missing. I was like, I have room to move my arm. Where's this extra wire at? It's because I forgot to plug in the controller. Here we go. Here we go. Second try, baby. We're back. Okay. Yes, we're back. Another episode of Ace Attorney. And guess what? We are currently in the middle of the longest trial that the series has to offer. Yay. Apparently, it's estimated to be roughly 12 hours. Yesterday was 5 hours alone. And we barely got through half of the first trial. We didn't even finish the first trial. We did the first investigation, we did half of the first trial, and now we have to finish the second half. Unless there's 3 parts to it, which, you know what, at this point it wouldn't surprise me. But we do have new little investigation features we can do. Phoenix has learned that he can turn objects around, so that's game changing. And we have an entirely new cast of characters who I'm not going to be able to nail their voices in time. So their voices are going to constantly shift, and we're just going to hope for the best. And here's to hoping this doesn't take another 5 hours just for a little section. But you know what? I am all for it. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Yeah, pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. I'm part Hispanic now. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look, see how this... take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than the fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's tasting mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just be all? I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. You guys do realize that she could have taken it off beforehand, right? So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes, you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. I want to know what he has in that flask. There's no shot he's drinking on the job. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? We're swimming in shit, Ema. We are swimming in shit. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Hoo-wee! Yeah, okay. This man is pulling out every possible play in the book of being a Western cowboy Texan type. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, you seem on edge. Worth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow. Those grinding teeth. Those watery eyes. Are you having an allergic reaction? Are you going to die, Mr. Edgeworth? What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. Is he throwing it back? What's going on? It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. Mr. Edgeworth, if you need to shit, please go to the lavatory. I do not want you shitting in the courtroom. Last time you did, I had to clean it up, myself. And we have no cleaning equipment here. It was not fun. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock? Who's there? Who the fuck it? What? What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. What the fuck? Why is it that every single character that's been showing up during this trial just starts looking worse and worse? They get more and more atrocious with the designs. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. He looks like a fighting game character. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? He's Satan. He's apparently the devil himself. And the devil wears that shit. You know what? Maybe that is a sin. Ah, it's you. What the fuck? Oh, oh. Sorry I'm late. Uji? Uji. The roads are packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Uji? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Uji. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Uji? That seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly!
But little worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police?
Chief of police? This is the chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gaunt. Damon Gaunt. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less.
Why is this guy just like staring?
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief? What kind of outfit are you running?
But, Mr. Edgeworth?
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your excuse.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistake in that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth?
It's not fair. The day of the crime, I had...
Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset.
We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
I think he's just in love. I think he sees the fit and he goes kind of crazy. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it for me, I wonder?
Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. AKA, I'm useless. Do it for me.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. And that's kind of my whole thing, man. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, stop, just go to it. You don't have to slowly go through. Oh my god. Wait, can I investigate it? There's a small tag on this knife. Seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6. Of DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this? Or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. What? Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. Ouch. That had to hurt. And this dark red stain. Blood? Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. Okay, so obviously we know the tag has to do with the case file number. Wait. So is this an alternate murder weapon or what? You finally met this guy, yeah. The supposed chief of police. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one. Really. I don't know why his smile, I don't like his smile. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department. A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection! Objection!
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the police department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
You kind of just told everybody here, though. Whatever.
I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. What? Chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Okay. So hold on. SL9 to SL9. Okay. So I was partial. Okay, I was correct. I was perfectly right yesterday. I just didn't know the other half of it. So yesterday my theory was saying that this note is upside down. And I was saying that because of the date. 221. Right now it says 12-2, but if you flipped it upside down, it would make sense with 221. But the bottom part didn't make any sense. Now well, technically the top part, but if you flip it over, it'll be the bottom. Now that makes sense. It's SL9, meaning the case file number. So... This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things that can't go on at the department, or that go on at the department, I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time.
So, how were things down at the department? Okay.
Objection!
Wait a second.
Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife, this has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness what do you mean from Udgy. Ah, this is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7 S 12 2 6'7"?
Your Honor, you're fucking stupid. It's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get?
Ah. Aha! I cannot think for myself. Thank you, Phoenix.
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order. Order. Well, Chief. Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto?
I win? Ah, what game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay.
So now I'm gonna start pressing on everything. So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon?
Nice, nice, nice! Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens.
This guy's expressions are just bountiful.
It was evidence from a case long since solved.
This knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eyes there, righto, my boy? Sharp. Hungry.
So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You were busy. What, with Lana's case and all?
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto?
I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Where was the victim? Oh, fuck no. I was gonna ask, where's the victim found? But then his dumbass will be,
The police station, of course.
no, that's not what I want to know. How was the victim killed is probably a really good question. But then I feel like if we were to ever get an autopsy report, that would tell us. We already know when the victim died, so we don't need to know that. Wait. So the victim was killed at 5:15 at the police station. How was the victim killed? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now, that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. Shit, did anyone remember to turn off the stove at the police station? Ah, crap. You know what, that's fine, they'll handle it. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder.
Hold it!
5:15. That's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? I think not. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gaunt, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked, but it is officially Zelda. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together? Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. Okay, so we already determined it's tied, but now what? Let me take another look at it. Okay, so what the hell am I supposed to be? Okay, here's the issue, is that I don't understand what piece of evidence it wants me to bring up. What could possibly be the piece of evidence that
links this. It doesn't really add up. Let me press him on this again. Okay, let's ask him each of these. So, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gaunt to testify about the details.
Objection!
Oh, wait, was that not what I was okay, was that not what I was supposed to do? Am I stupid? I thought it was wanting me to show the knife to say that it is linked. Okay, my bad.
Hold it!
Oh, okay, this is what you wanted me to do. Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, game. I'm sorry. I know. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I thought I would have shown the knife, and you know. I'm sorry. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him a case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed at in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. It's so fucking stupid. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
Hold it!
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. I guess I might as well try to get out of him, to get what I can out of him. Can I have $5? Is that possible? If so, please and thank you. What was the victim's ID number? How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. Can we get Gumshoe a raise? Fuck it. Take pay cuts for everyone in the department except Gumshoe. He needs a raise. Fuck it. Promote Gumshoe to be the chief of police. I want Gumshoe on top of it. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2. I can't do it. But then again, what can I do? Can't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? Oh, fuck, I'm trapped in the void again. Has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? God, I keep yawning.
Take that!
Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Wright, are you in love? What's going on? Why are you smiling so sedaciously? No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Police department. Prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh-ho? Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? God, good Lord! How did this judge get his job? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Also, Goodman has that drip on. Shame on you, Rido. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Good God, this is a courtroom of idiots. Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second. Right. What does this mean? We're finishing each other's sentences now. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, ho, ho, ho! Sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. What tack shooter upgrades do you go in Balloon's tower defense, right? You must be going sharper tacks, or even hot tacks, for that matter. Maybe even Ring of Fire. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's doing the job. But wait. Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. What the fuck is going on? What is this? What? Huh? What kind of case is this? What? Okay. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection!
That's impossible. So, what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Objection!
I didn't have time to read it. No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret. Fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error? Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours.
What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the new... Oh my god.
Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright? Where have we heard that name before? Wait. Aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him?
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Ugh. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. Honestly, I'm not even sure his ears are connected to his head. They kind of look like they were glued on. You know, I wonder if he even has a brain under that hat. He did seem... challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error,
A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then, I... Shut the fuck up, Worthy. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh?
Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
and how is this rule relevant?
Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh?
I was just doing my job.
No.
No!
You don't get to praise Wright. I'm supposed to be receiving the praise. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do.
you'd better get results this time. Really.
You have my profound apologies, sir. Or Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
We did it! We got past the whole first trial! Yippee! Only one testimony, but it still lasted an hour, roughly. It lasted about 40 minutes, just because the intro. So, roughly 40 minutes, but yeah. Here's what I'll say so far. What the hell is happening? I am completely confused now. Okay, so let's go over what we have right now. We have the murder weapon, we have stolen evidence from a previous case, and we have the fact that it seemed like he was meeting somebody in the parking lot of the attorney's office revolving that case. He died at 5:15. Supposedly stabbed by the knife, supposedly stabbed by our defendant. Yet, somehow, he also died at the police station at the exact same time, and he was stabbed. That doesn't add up. So the only thing that adds up is one, there's two victims, and we just don't know who the second one actually is, or Somehow, he died in one location and was moved to the other. But that's what's not making sense, because he was found at both, supposedly, which isn't making sense. So there is something here I'm missing, or there's something here I'm not understanding. And it is getting me very, very confused. It's a fun case story-wise, but there's some parts that are annoying. I'm confused. Like, the story has me at a loss right now. I'm enjoying it, but I'm at a complete loss. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Yeah, I'm right with you, Emma. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this "and the evidence room" part? Prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Okay, immediately back here. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah. It was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Okay, is it a translation thing or is something going on? Because somehow she's reading Phoenix's mind and answering or responding to stuff he's thinking, and then the names have been wrong sometimes. It'll be a completely different character saying another character's words. Am I going crazy or is something wrong? Or both? Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? Because you have to do everything else, dipshit. Plus, I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this. See? Press A to spray on it. Okay, let's find us some blood stains.
Oh, I'm playing a first-person shooter. Cool. Yeah. Phoenix Wright of duty. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? Or is that like plasma? Ema, you're shaking.
It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay. Well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of blood? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. So then, would that mean that... Okay. Would that mean that the detective died at the police department, but then his body was moved here? Like, what? What? I don't know. I'm confused. They fought here. There'd have to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
Solution used for scientific investigation. Finds blood traces. Spray to use.
Can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Huh. Oh.
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr. You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house.
Sorry. It's just that kind of lead in doesn't really get my mouth watering. I thought he was going to say, I don't eat lead. How do we use the spray? Oh, I see. When we spray her, damn. I figured it out. Okay. Okay. I was thinking of, okay, where would they have used it? This blood must be from when Lana...
No! My sister isn't the murderer! But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. It just keeps getting worse. Okay. What about... Would there be any blood on the trunk? No. Just double checking. Okay. And then she did update the map with that, correct? Yes. Okay. Got it. I don't think there's anything else for us to look at. Did you spray everything? I just started spraying everything, yeah. I just went hog wild with it. I covered everything. I can try again. How about this side? Yeah, this is the side that I... Oops. Can I investigate? Oh. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Ema Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. What kind of a world do you think we live in? Yeah, I tried spraying on this side. There wasn't anything too crazy. There be blood up the security? No. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. I already checked this side too, so. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us. But what? You want to know something that looks funny to me? You want to know that this might be grasping at straws, but you notice in that picture how she's pushing him against the car? He doesn't look like he's alive anymore. That might just be me, but he doesn't look like he's alive. It's weird. He looks like he's already dead in that little flashback sequence. That man is limp. Like, his head is already angled down. He is hunched already. That does not look like a man who's alive anymore. And the knife in the flashback doesn't have the blood yet. She's about to stab him. Something's weird there. Something doesn't make sense. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up.
Coughed it up?
They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day, I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought you'd gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
I'm trying not to make them sound too similar, but it's kind of weird. I kind of dug myself a hole. And you were let go? Fired?
I thought that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prime and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident.
SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Have you seen my attorney's badge?
That looks like a petrified piece of provolone.
Huh?
It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market.
Look, my badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least.
It's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible.
I wish I could be so sure. Okay, what new evidence do we have? Hey, you want to look at the blue badger? Okay.
What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know? Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? First off, look at this. Oh, never mind. Well, shit. No! I don't need to look at that anymore, I'm sorry. Okay, so I thought that was gonna open up a new speech option. No, it didn't. She just was like, eh, fuck you. No!
If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes.
So, you went straight to the scene of the crime.
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo. Yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. Hole in my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time? There we go. Okay, that opened it up.
That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. Only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be?
Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops. I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over. And he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten. Neither have I.
You haven't forgotten SL9?
There was another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we're after now. No one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait. Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate.
Miss Starr's old boyfriends.
How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared,
We find new evidence.
there has to be a connection. So, rookie,
What?
it seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yeah.
Then you should take this.
Salisbury steak lunch.
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Yeah, Marshall.
Star? Officer Marshall, is he your... are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright. Mods are not banning the bot, how could they? Oh my god, it doesn't... I hate when it doesn't let me ban the bots. Hold on. It genuinely will not let me ban this bot. I'm not joking either. It's not letting me ban the bot. Come on, come on. You have got to be kidding me. It's not letting me ban the bot. No way, right? I'm being scammed. Come on. I am actually being scammed. What is this? Okay, you know what? Whatever. I guess it's eternal. Do you still see it in chat? Is it still visible? I can't tell. Nah? Okay, somebody must have got it then. Because it's still there for me, but I can't get rid of it, so I'm assuming somebody got it. I just don't know who. You'll give that to Jake like I asked, won't you? Did you get the bot right, you stupid ass? Come on, all you have to do is tap the ban button. It was there earlier, but I refreshed and it disappeared. I might have to try that then. Yeah, I don't know, it's still showing it for me, but I can't do anything. You and Officer Marshall, Okay, it's just this again. Alright. Well, thanks for your time, Angel. Let's go back to the law office. Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess? How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see... We should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No. You're being very... helpful. Or Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all these rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. There was that business with him not reading that officer's report?
Ah, about the killing at the police department, right? Chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. You want us to take lunch?
This stuff is pretty expensive.
You don't say. How much does it cost?
I'd say about $10 per gram.
Are you buying drugs? Like, what?
I save up my allowance to buy it.
Your allowance? Does your sister give you that?
Yes, we don't have parents.
Right.
Sometimes she even gives me a bottle instead of my allowance.
A bottle of luminol testing fluid? Man, I'd just take the allowance myself. $10 for a gram is wild. I know, that is actually insane. What the hell? And Phoenix has been spraying it willy-nilly. Phoenix doesn't care. He's not the one paying for it. Plus, Maya drained his wallet anyway. He has no more cares in the world. Why would this have been in the car's exhaust pipe?
It's evidence from an old case, right?
Right. The SL9 incident. It was already solved, apparently. This knife was stolen on the day of the evidence transferal. Maybe I should look into this SL9 incident.
This photograph. Miss Starr must have been seeing things.
And photographing things. This proves Miss Sky was there at the scene of the crime. She is connected to the crime somehow. But how? Okay. Is she gonna be in, or is this nothing? Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning.
I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine?
How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gaunt say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later.
Okay. Hey, where's Gumshoe at? I want to talk to my goat. Oh. Everyone looks deadly serious here.
Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department.
Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot.
Makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. Or your puns. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Does he have anything new to say? So, this is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, the feature star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Well, the dancing Blue Badger TM is still under development, you see? You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then. You'll give her nightmares. When are we getting Blue Badger in Dead by Daylight? That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything! Someone's getting a demotion. Wait, I've got it! It doesn't seem like there's anything here. Phoenix, can you stop wasting my fucking bottle? You know how much this costs? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime? According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. It's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Wait, what if I spray you? Oh, shit. What if I spray the Blue Badger? Okay. I guess the Blue Badger's fine. For now. Okay. Guard station. New area. Oh my god, there's a cowboy hat. Wow. Okay. First of all, there is every bottle of alcohol you could possibly have in this room. Nice shot glass, though. Second of all, why does he have a saloon entrance door right there? He has a literal cacti farm with his little cowhide hat, a bunch of different little ponchos and stuff. Then he's got a lasso in the corner. He's got a Texas sign right there. And then he's got a button that could launch a nuke or something. Okay, sure. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Look, on the floor. A lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Yeah, but then Mr. Cowboy himself, Big Man Marshall's gonna come in. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not, stupid. You went in through here. The cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a eeeeow myself. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy. A pinchy. I know, a poochie. Wait. Maybe that wasn't it. A coochie? Yeah, that's it. It's a coochie. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yipes. You sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. But how so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. So you're saying if I were to touch her arm, I'd end up, like, stabbing myself? Is that what I'm gathering? I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Man has 1 million bottles of... 1 million bottles of beer on the wall. 1 million bottles of beer. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. One open. You thought it'd be open. I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. Okay, let's spray all over the place now. Don't worry, I'll get blood eventually. Wait, you're fucking joking. Wait, you're joking. No. You're joking. Wow. We got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right in these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. I don't think that's how that works, but okay. Well, shit. We have nothing. Where's the cowboy? This place is charged with frantic energy. As always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these?
Actually, it's not for sale.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, Edgeworth threw it back. And another detective was killed at the police department.
And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. The questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Let's go run after him. Damn. Okay, well, shit. Wait, we haven't sprayed here yet. Hold on. I promise there will be something. Damn. No blood from Mia's corpse. Disappointing. You had the same exact idea I did. Genuinely, that's the same idea I had. I'm like, wait a minute. Mia's blood will still be here. Damn. Phoenix did a good job of cleaning. You already know that they did not hire anybody. Phoenix had to pay for it himself, or he had to do it himself. 100%. But apparently he did a good enough job. Ah, what a shame. Wait, can we spray the guard with it? Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Is it gonna be Marshall? There's no way it's gonna be Marshall, right? Yeah. I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ow! What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator?
I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh my god. Can I spray him with the bottle? Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is, Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins! So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait. He isn't. Is he? Why is there a bloodstain in your office, Mr. Wright?
It's from a different time. I don't like to think about it.
I knew it. You are an assassin.
This girl will be the death of me. Secretly, Phoenix is an assassin. That's why he keeps his hair so spiked. He turns around and he lunges at them with his hair. And if it doesn't work, he cries. You. Officer Meekins, you didn't. Did you?
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What?
Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Grunt, this is your goat, right? Oh my god, he vanished. Holy shit, he isn't real. He's a figment of our imagination. I knew it. Meekins the goat. No, 100% Meekins is your goat.
Sir, I am a patrolman with general affairs, sir. Sir!
Ow. I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yeah! Wow, 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 wow.
What the heck is this guy doing? So, what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red, I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that.
Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So, you didn't know him. Why did they let you keep all your equipment? Wait a minute. You know what? I'm not even gonna ask.
Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I did not know any detectives.
So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
someone here is more confused than I am. I don't think so. But sure. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess?
but sir, but there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do?
Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, yeah, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were... Huh?
Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What? His name is Meekins? Is this nominative determinism? I don't know what this is. This is something, though. That's all I know. It's something, I think.
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Hey, here's my attorney's badge. Officer Meekins, have a look at this.
Go ahead, sir. Laugh. Laugh at me, sir.
Ha ha. Huh?
I know what you want to say. You're going to tell me how she has one just like it. Me? Why would I... I know, sir. I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching badges. Nowhere. I'm alone. All alone. Is that so wrong? Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youthful romance, sir.
Is he talking about those badges on her coat? I'd like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. Cool. Sweet. Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey. That's it, sir. That's it. That's it.
That's what?
My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir.
You mean, you remember what happened?
Correct. That card. That card was the cause of it all.
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. This is one of the few times I've seen Phoenix Wright gameplay, so I'm basing my impression on the whole series on this one character, Meekins. Yeah, exactly. If we have no objection to that, I'd like you to solely base your impression of this game on this character. Damn it. Hey, you wanna look at this? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this?
I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry. But I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Yeah, Meekins is the culmination of what Ace Attorney is all about. Maybe he truly is the GOAT. He's truly the one we were waiting for this entire time.
I'm scared of knives, sir.
It's okay.
I just want...
That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. In my dreams, sir. And I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife.
He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot.
Hey, why do you have that? That's...
From the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office? The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk.
So this means... This means I'm a free man, innocent. If this is a dream, sir, then I hope I never wake up.
If this is a dream, you'd better wake up right now. We need a spin-off. Meekin's Omega Officer. Yeah, you know what? Give me the grittiest detective story. Or no. Well, he's not a detective. Give me the grittiest patrol story of a beat cop starring Meekins. Like, it's an absolute horrific story about what every cop has to go through on the just daily basis, roaming the streets. But it's starring Meekins. That'll be goated, I promise. Okay, so he's gonna have the same response for both knives. That's what I was curious about. What if this game is a dream and reality is Meekins' peeled apple? That dream is secretly the reality. Everyone here is just like a different fruit. Wait, what fruit would Phoenix be then? Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room.
And that's why you thought he looked suspicious?
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So, you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto the others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right. Wait, so then what? Something's not making sense. Okay, so that happened last night. Wouldn't that have been after the murder, though? Because we saw him when we already knew about the murder. What the... What? I'm confused. Okay, something's not making sense. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Ima?
look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No. The videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape.
And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. Thanks, Meekins. Brian's your biggest fan, by the way. I promise. Everyone in chat loves you, Meekins. I promise. Maybe.
Hey, Mr. Wright? Look who's standing at the chief of detectives' desk.
It's believed she's gone. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means is if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Righto, my boy! How have you been? Swim much? Oh ho ho! Chief Gaunt! Reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Why'd they give him a boss theme? Meekins is playing 4D chess. He knew he had a way out all along. He was just waiting to see if Phoenix was smart enough to prove it. Yeah, Meekins is the master criminal. He is unstoppable. We just can't understand his processing. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yup, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? On karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, It could be bad for Worthy.
What?
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean?
They're being prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Rido, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much, anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
Huh? You saw that? Oops.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him.
Hey, you want to see my attorney's badge? I was wondering, could you take a look at this?
Sorry, Rido. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one.
Guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe?
Either him or the dancing blue badger. I wonder if he reacts to anything, because it's also like Von Karma. Von Karma didn't react to anything except for one thing. Gaunt looks like he has a seashell on his face. Yeah, his little tiny chin stubble beard. Yeah, it does kind of look like a seashell. I'm glad I'm not the only person who's thinking that. That's the first thing I thought too when I saw him. Oops. What if the blue badger had something to do with this crime? How are we sure that the blue badger's innocent? Let me tell you, I have a suspicion that the blue badger is the one that murdered them. I know it deep in my heart. It was the blue badger. It had to have been. Okay, it doesn't seem like he's gonna react to anything, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Hey, can you look at my Skechers? No?
Well, shit.
It was worth a try. We're all pawns in the Blue Badger's game. Exactly. See, you get it. We're all just tiny specks compared to what the Blue Badger has planned. His plans are enormous. They surpass even our wildest imagination. We just don't know it yet. Alright. Look at him. Look at him. He stares at us. He taunts us. He knows. He knows he's guilty. But he doesn't say anything. Ooh. How dare the Blue Badger? Just because of that? Yeah, take that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yup. Alright.
Negative $200. Don't worry, it's coming out of Emma's allowance. It's fine. So, where's Gumshoe? Directly in the eyes, yet he still smiles. He has a cold resolve. Nothing can stop him. Okay. You know, I didn't even think about coming here. I completely forgot.
Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday.
And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here.
I'm sure he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Come on, Edgeworth. I know you gotta have blood somewhere.
Damn.
Alright, fair enough. Is Edgeworth like Phoenix Wright Squilliam? I don't know enough SpongeBob to know this. Someone's gonna have to fill in the blanks for me because I don't know enough. I don't know enough. I'm sorry. I'm uncultured when it comes to that, so I don't think I know enough to answer that question. Sadly. I feel like I should be able to go to the... What? Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Did you show Meekins your badge? Yeah, I showed him my badge. show Gaunt the new thing? Nope. That's nothing. Hey, Meekin, do you want to see this? No. Huh. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday.
Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty.
Well, he does have a weapon. He is armed, meaning he can kill us. I don't know. I don't get it. I've already showed everything to everybody. I thought I've looked at everything. What am I forgetting? There's nobody at the guard. I already showed everything, unless there's a new talk. There's a new talk. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. God, this is the same thing that happened yesterday. The same thing again, where I don't know what to do, and then it's a new little dialogue option. Well, I never thought the day when I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we can investigate the evidence room. Now, righto. Actually, I'm sorry. Don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, "Sir, can I borrow $50?" I'd give them $50 no problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show, you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along it now and do your best. Later, folks. Oh.
Hey, he just faded away. Are we not going to worry about that, right? I think he's like a supervillain or something. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think. A real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Wait, let me look at it first. Oh. Never mind. She stole it from me. The evidence room is beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from Chief Gunn. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader's turned off. See?
What is a security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall.
Why does it have to be him?
What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this is my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than the sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. What if we give you this? That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a television special on the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah. Miss Starr?
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
Filet steak lunch? I see. I see!
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask me smell. Finally. It seems like.
He's willing to talk.
I bet Jake Marshall is a Texaboo in the Japan release. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither wild nor west here.
Aha! But that and this are two different things entirely.
I guess so? Huh? I'm lost.
Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Time to do the process of giving this man every single piece of evidence we have and hoping that he says something.
Boy, howdy. This man does not want to say anything about anything. Oh, damn it, I did it again.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy? Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look like it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your snake.
Snake? Steak?
You know?
Yeah, stewed broccoli with my snake, yeah. I love it.
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in the prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edward was talking about the transferals too.
I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, You need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID that passed through. So this is the ID card record.
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing.
Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
That happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay, now can we show him the ID card?
See this? This is the victim's ID card.
The one that was on the ground in the parking lot?
The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the forked number. It's a perfect match.
It was used at 514? Right before the stabbing?
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
But wait, what did Officer Meekins say?
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do?
And that's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
All right, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you this ID card record.
I had an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay. Let me take a look at it. Damn, that 77777 one is like Von Karma's pin. Yeah, that's the first thing I realized was the 777 one. I was like, what the fuck? So somebody went in 24 minutes before Bruce and then went in right when he did, which I assume is Meekins. Now, I don't know who the hell went in at 420, nor 440, since it's not listed. Okay, let's go look at the evidence room. February 23rd, evidence room, Sector 3.
It's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Hey, pal. Whoa!
Sorry. I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anybody asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50. No problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police Gaunt will loan anyone $50? Even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for a day?
Well, guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Gee. Thanks.
First of all, you want to have this.
Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD. Okay, first things first, let's spray it down. Oh. I keep forgetting. Oops, I hit the wrong selection. There we go.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What? This? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Ema?
I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Let's take a look at these floor plans real quick. Wow, okay, there's a lot of ground to cover here. That is not what I was expecting. Okay. Let's keep spraying. Y'all got any fingerprints on the fishing equipment? No? Damn. Is that the metal detector? Oh my god, it is. It's the metal detector and his fishing rod. That's incredible.
I knew it. This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter, detective?
Sorry. Shit. What's the matter, detective?
This locker. It's mine.
It's yours?
Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. Okay, who's framing Gumshoe?
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective.
You can't trust me, pal. I might be the murderer. You never know.
Hold on, I'll check that in a second. Just checking any more of the lockers. Is it just these two? Yeah, it's just these two. Okay. That must have been the one massive pool of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood? Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Good job, Gumshoe. I'm proud of you. Okay, now let's just examine it normally. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together?
Huh. Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. It just looks like a vase. Oh boy, puzzles! Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see how I'm supposed to do this. There we go. That kind of looks right, but I guess not. Got it. Okay. Some of the pieces don't exactly match. That's one thing I picked up on. They don't exactly match, but I guess they're close enough for it to be accepted. That's some good glue, because I'm not even seeing... Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What do you mean? Can I like... No? Okay, shit. Well, that's cool. I don't know. Okay, that works. Yeah.
Okay, that one didn't really look correct either, but oh well. Okay, so it's still got one gigantic piece missing.
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. Problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with. Still... It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken.
Jar piece back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. Okay. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar.
There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke.
I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. 2-hour investigation so far. Yeah, at this point, I don't even think we're getting to see another trial.
Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know?
You mean SL9?
It does have a tag on it. Look, this one's open. And the red light above the door is lit, or the red indicator light.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams.
It won't open.
Did you really think it would?
Hey, pal. Our security is high-tech around here.
Is it like that for all the lockers? Yeah, okay, cool.
What's this?
Blood?
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright? What if there are other blood-stained ritual of the night left in the room?
Emo, what are you talking about?
Nothing.
We should use your testing fluid to check it out. Yeah, I already did. I'm already ahead of you on that.
What is a saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger?
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room?
Okay. So,
I've been noticing this since the dawn of time. There is a handprint on the Blue Badger. Is no one going to comment on that? This has been bothering me since yesterday. Since yesterday, I keep seeing the handprint on the Blue Badger every single time, and nothing has been brought up about it, so I might be going crazy. I must be going crazy, because why would there be a handprint there? There's handprints everywhere else in here. This is only furthering my theory that this has something to do with it.
Well, maybe I'm going crazy. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here.
What a sorry looking fishing pole that is.
Oh, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it.
Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, pal. That's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of the case out on Gourd Lake, remember?
Oh, right. Wow. That feels like it was ages ago. And... Huh. I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that. That's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come out in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
That cheap-looking box?
You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
Grunt, this isn't a big spoiler, but is that used in one of the later games? I gotta refer to my Phoenix Wright expert here. Is that little bug box used in a later case? Wait, what was the question? That little bug box, like right here, bottom right, is that used in a later case? Don't see it. Let me get a better picture of it. There you go. Oh, the raccoon's blocking it. Okay, yeah, here you go. You don't remember seeing this anywhere? Okay. It was just from the way they were talking about it. Why is there a whole ass car door here?
Wow. Look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a car door.
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
Hey, it's one of those human profiles for range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
Hey, there's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
Did someone slam their peanuts on it? Wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal.
Alright, now we can go ahead and start presenting stuff. Here's my badge! Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show that to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax.
That's only because you always lose your card.
I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to?
Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Okay, let's do the newer evidence first. Let's do the evidence that was brought up during the case.
That's the photo that Miss Starr took.
Anything you could tell us about it?
That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. They still haven't shipped your McQueen horse flesh? To ask about it tomorrow and if it's still like that. I mean, sometimes it takes forever for them to ship stuff, though, depending on where you're getting it from. I'd have to check where you got it from again. That's just how it is sometimes. Usually it takes 1 to 2 days to ship. Usually max is 2 days. But it depends, because there can be delays.
Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know. 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
Oh, I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa.
What is it?
That second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What?
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? For evidence? Japan. And yeah, they say 1 to 3 days, and I think today should be the 3rd. I say wait till tomorrow then, and if it's still like that, or well, yeah, you already said you'll ask about it tomorrow. Yeah, wait till tomorrow, and if it's still like that, then maybe ask. See what's up. Because yeah, usually that sounds about right for how long it takes.
Allow me to say one thing, pal. Stop showing me shit I don't know about, man.
Okay, so I think everything I've already talked about. Most of this I showed him yesterday. Okay. Now we get to talk to him.
So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here, in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here, too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edward, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edward is with the inquiry committee right now?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in the court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edward just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh! You mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Wait, he has a picture of somebody. Wait, Gumshoe has a picture of someone. I wonder who that is. I didn't know that picture was there. Does Gumshoe have somebody in his life? Is there actually someone special to him? Wait, I want the Gumshoe lore now. Wait a minute, that's huge. It's a character you meet in the second game. Okay. Huh. The Gumshoe lore is about to go crazy. Funny. They look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it,
Zap. You get a shock.
if that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
They added this after the fact. That's cute. I'm curious to see who that is then.
No, that was a bloody violent case.
Violent? So, it was a murder.
A serial killing.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
Well, that put Mr. Edgeworth right in that spotlight. And started the rumor mill.
Rumors about forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife?
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself?
Hey, pal. Look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna give him my report for the day. It might help, you know?
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too.
Oh my god, the investigation's not over yet. Oh my god, we have 2 pages of evidence now. Oh my god. Holy shit. Wow.
It's almost over. I'm gonna trust you on this one. Let me at least go get water real quick. I'll be back in roughly a minute. Okay, we're back. So you're thinking it's almost 20 to 30 minutes, that's fine. I think I'm not going to do any of the trial then. I think I might just end up sticking with the investigation because this is long. This is long again, and I do not want to make this go 5 hours. It is so rare that I ever make one go very long. I don't think I want to make this go any longer. So let's go talk to... I don't think there's anything I need to show you. Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna solve anything. What about this though? Okay, no, he won't tell me his. Okay, that's fine. We need to show that to Meekins though, because I do need to get Meekins. Let's go to the police department. I need to go show this. Nobody's in here right now. Okay, so I need to go talk to Meekins real quick. Okay, nope, okay, he has nothing. Bye. I'm surprised. Okay. Huh. That's alright by me. I'll go talk to Edgeworth. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, no, it's Edgeworth. So I thought that would have been Meekins. But apparently he doesn't know anything about it, so it's not my problem. That reminds me, we've gotten quite a bit of new evidence. Let me... Okay, we already checked that.
Hey, look. They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here.
Looks like blood.
Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed?
Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Oops. Shit.
Huh? thing doesn't have a bottom.
That's weird.
Wonder which side is up.
Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar?
At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right?
I don't think that's how dust works, but yeah, good observation. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case.
You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing.
Huh? What's so confusing about that?
Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag.
Zag? Is that a word?
Do you challenge me?
What? Are we playing a word game now? Anything in the glove? No? Alright. Alright, well, I guess we'll go talk. Oh, wait. Do you have anything to say about this? Nope, okay. I just thought maybe she would have some insight. No, she doesn't. Alright. So then, let's go talk to Edgeworth. That's weird. I really would have thought Meekins would have had a number to give us, but he didn't. Which is odd. I could have sworn that he might have given an ID number, but he didn't. Weird. Oh my fucking god. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What? Why are you here? You're not even involved in this case. Why are you here? Oh my god. Next up, Old Bag's gonna come back, and I'm gonna have to do her voice again. What? Alright. Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window.
Wingo? Winco?
Teacup in his hand.
Right. Does the hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth? You're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
You want to know my favorite thing about Edgeworth is genuinely that he's stupid. It's my favorite thing about both him and Phoenix is they are the exact same in the fact that they are so smart and yet they're both extremely stupid. And I kind of love that about them. They are both the exact same. The only difference is one is a lot more carefree of a person and Edgeworth is just snobby. But they're both just as stupid. You know what? That's why they're perfect for each other. Okay, let's present any new evidence we have, so... Right. Please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. Don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edward just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him.
That's also the thing I kind of like too, is every time we show him evidence or something, it's kind of like the only reason he doesn't want to talk to him about it is obviously because they're on opposing sides. Otherwise, they would be working together. Every time Edgeworth has talked about that, that's kind of what he's telling him, is it's like, if they weren't against each other, he would be helping him right now. But due to the fact that they're on the opposing side in this case, he can't. But every single time he's kind of telling him, like, if we weren't on the opposing side, I would be helping you right now. He's always trying to make that clear, like, I would love to help you, I can't do that. I've always loved that it's so clear. Like, he's trying to subtly say it, but it's always so clear that he's trying to say, I would love to help, I can't do that. I am the opposing side. We can't be helping each other. The only time he helps is when it's absolutely necessary. Excluding, obviously, the case where he was the defendant. Oh, shit, I just skipped over some stuff. Uh-oh. I saw him give the same starting reaction, so I immediately jumped. Shit. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in? You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Hey, wanna see this bottle? Okay, I gotta be a little slower with it then. For some reason, there's no text log in this trilogy. That's what I thought. I thought that there would be a text log, but I checked that when, like, the first stream, and I noticed there wasn't one. That's the one thing I like about Limbus and, like, Uma, is that they have text logs, which is amazing. Because Limbus, I've accidentally skipped over some dialogue, and it's good that they have a text log. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go, but you've gone no less. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
You know what all this has been like, I don't know why this keeps racking in my head. I know it's gonna it'll get explained when the game comes. I'm just so curious about Apollo Justice. I don't know why this is nagging at me. I don't know why Apollo Justice keeps coming through my head, because I'm so curious about his game for some reason. And I don't know why. Every time we start talking about this, I'm just so curious, like, what do I want to know? I'm just curious what leads to you playing as him. Did they just try introducing a new character? Was that it? Is that the whole point of his game? Did they just want to introduce a new pro tag? Because I know you play as him, but I don't necessarily know, like, if any of the other games build up to that, if he's in any of the other games before that, or if they just introduced a new pro tag for the sake of introducing a new pro tag. I don't know. It's been nagging at me. It's been rocking through my brain, like, if Apollo Justice is introduced at all before his game, or if he was just really the new character they wanted to introduce. I won't spoil it, but the director wanted to shift away from Phoenix since his arc is technically done in the first trilogy. Okay. But then that doesn't happen, right? Because the 2 games after Apollo Justice, they're back to Phoenix Wright. Yeah, because they changed directors. Sweet. You know, I don't really know anything about the DS games. The only one I ever heard a lot about was, God, is it called Dual Destinies? Is that the one, or was that 3DS? That might be like 3DS, actually. I don't know. DS, 3DS? I think there's one called Dual Destinies, right? 3DS? Yeah. That one is the one that I hear a lot about. That one was the only one I heard a lot about going into the series, excluding like the first game. I only knew about the first game. I've heard a lot about that one. And Great Ace Attorney. Okay, I think we're all good.
Hey, you want to look at this?
Okay, let me take a look at it, actually. So, I doubt this has anything to do with it right now, but let's take a look at the tag. The tag says AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least, that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? What were you saying about Dual Destinies? Oh no, that's the only one I ever heard about, excluding like the first game. That's the only one I ever heard talked about before, and that's the only reason I remember the name of it. I can't tell you the name of many of the other games. I solely remember hearing about Dual Destinies. I don't think I ever saw Phoenix Wright in like stores when it came out, but that was the only one I heard about. And then Great Ace Attorney. I knew about Great Ace Attorney. If anything, that's the game that I saw stuff of that made me want to play the franchise. Outside of seeing like memes and stuff, Great Ace Attorney was the only one I saw personally, and I thought, hey, that looks kind of cool. I don't know why. Great Ace Attorney, just looking at it, I was like, okay, this looks kind of cool. And then the more I looked into it, I was like, okay, this one looks kind of cool. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence,
but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes. Apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However,
Something happened?
they gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow. I've never seen him this out of sorts. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow. You get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait. You didn't...
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code. I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science.
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this.
Wait, fingerprinting! Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints?
Yes, I'm gonna talk about this again. This is lore drop. I'm horrible at taking fingerprints. This is the one thing I was really bad at. I was really bad at taking fingerprints. I, for some reason, could never. I don't know if maybe I brute forced it a little too much, or I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't use enough powder. I always only ever got partials. I was bad at taking fingerprints. Horrible at taking fingerprints. I could do everything else perfectly. I can't take fingerprints for shit. If I were to try again, maybe I'd need to like brush up on it a little bit. Get it? Brush up. I'm bad at taking fingerprints. If you did a crime, you're gonna get off scot-free if I have to take fingerprints. Take the gumshoe over here. Yeah, pretty much. I could do everything else perfectly. I can't do fingerprints. I'm sorry.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well?
Sweet. Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Okay, we have a few handprints, though. Oh, she's gone. Okay, hold on, I'm kind of curious. I want to look at this. That's a fucked up looking brush. Also, let me be real. The brushes we use, at least here in America, they don't look like this. They are not a stick with the puff ball on it. It is a genuine brush. Think of a paintbrush, but a little... Think of more a makeup brush. Like one you would use to put on blush. That's more what a fingerprinting brush is going to look like. It's just not as packed. It's more loose and frilly, rather than being a packed makeup brush. Not a stick with a cotton ball at the end of it. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing to look at. Okay. Oh, everyone's gone. Oh, I thought it was gonna let me play with it. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Right. Let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With A. See? Emma, we're not in a fucking video game. Shut up! Just press A.
Ah! It looks like that did the trick. That looks like cocaine.
Then you put it into a straight line and you snort it.
Emma, this isn't cocaine.
Shut up. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
No. No, you don't do that. No. No. You do not blow away.
Huh?
How do I do that?
With Y. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow. That looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I'd better give it a try.
Aha! You did it! You found one.
But this looks like nothing like a fingerprint. Oh wait, you want me to blow on the mic? Okay, hold on. There you go.
Now Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
It think it mean. What the fuck? It think it means.
Ema, you're having a stroke. Ema, are you okay?
No. It think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. It's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations.
But does seem a shame. We have another fingerprint, though. Or we have another handprint.
While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood. Oh my god, how much more of this do you want me to get?
Oh my god, am I not getting enough of it? There! Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling.
Dazzling?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So, we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right. Flashbacks at the academy. Stop! Not again! No fucking way it's happening to me in here too. This can't be happening to me, please! I didn't mean it! No. Let me explain what the worst part is. Okay. So then you want to get the... I'm gonna call them stills. Or film. It's the film that you use to actually, like, tape the fingerprint to it. That way you can take it in for scanning and everything. You're not gonna do it on the scene. I would fuck it up. I would fuck it up completely. That fingerprint would come apart if I tried sticking it on there. It was weird. I couldn't get it to stick correctly, so it would peel off half of the fingerprint and the rest of it would be there. And it wouldn't be perfect. That was also the other hard part. It was bad trying to get that to stick.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? Maybe they were making love. That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would be most likely to find on this locker?
A gumshoe. Oh, wow. Wait, where's Mia Fey? Okay. Hey, gumshoe. Yeah, see, like, we don't have scanners in our eyes, so we actually have to get film, get the fingerprint to stick to the film, then place, peel it off, and seal it. That's how we take fingerprints. But we can't do that here, apparently.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Gave me this so what look.
I guess it's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
What the fuck are you saying, Ema?
They got a boyfriend. Never mind. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room.
Let's check it out. Thank you, finally. I was waiting for this. Yeesh.
This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right?
Right. There's a handprint here. Okay. Want to try using this?
There go her eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh. Right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand? I gave it my best shot.
Kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then. Let's try kid named Finger.
Oh wait, this is a left hand. So then... Is this the same one? Is this not a left hand? Or did it just think I was hitting the exact same area? Oh no, it was it was thinking I was hitting a different... Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's a left hand, I'm right.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Not again. Don't do this to me. Come on. Make this shit look like a powdered donut. Yep, I can't miss with this one. Yep. No siree. I'm not going wrong here. I'm gonna get this fingerprint. If it's the last thing I do. Yep. I'm getting this fingerprint. Just pour the bottle over this one. No. I have to be precise. I have to be pixel perfect. I can't put too much. I have to put just the right amount. 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 You don't want to add too much, because if you add too much, then you won't be able to see anything. You want to add just the right amount of dust, that way you can get the fingerprint. Just enough, you know? Yeah, it's not enough. Yeah, exactly. See, you understand. It's not enough. I need to add more. Just a little more. You see, there's still little bits and pieces that are blacked out. That means that I didn't put enough yet. Just a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more, and... Gotta make sure to get the bottom. You never know, part of it could be on the bottom. Yeah, almost. Almost. This corner is looking a little dirty. Gotta get this corner, gotta get the corner. Alright. I think it looks good. There we go. See? We got the print. And this print belongs to... It looks like Damon's. Oh no. It's Marshall's. Perfect. Yeah, I know. See, just the right amount. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? It's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Ema. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So, we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. Why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Nah, something's weird about that. Okay, I don't doubt he was there, but he's not the killer. I sincerely doubt he would be the killer. Yeah, okay, sure, he uses a knife to cut his little beard, but I don't think he's the killer. Not at all. But he does have long hair. Trial former. Oh god, it's gonna be a two-parter trial. Ah, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna stop this here. Because man, if we were to go again, I'm gonna say right now we'd end up hitting 5 hours of just this, and I'm not doing that again. As much as I'd love to, but... Have you seen Phoenix and Apollo Justice yet? No. I didn't know he was in that game. I'm gonna be genuine, I thought Apollo Justice is just its own thing. I thought he's just himself. I thought it's just a game about him. I didn't actually even know Phoenix was in it. Okay, let me start winding down then. For this at least. Oh man, I'm liking this trial. I like all the new systems, but man, it is chunky. This definitely feels like it should have been its own game. This whole trial feels like its own game. It does not feel like one trial. But I'm liking it. I hope the ending is really good. Because so far it's just been kind of all over the place. And we're at the halfway point, roughly. So I kind of want to hope the ending is going to be really good. We'll find out.
Next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Rise from the Ashes.
Had to add a little bit of flair there, right?